top stories, UNDP calls on diplomats to champion climate finance for Ethiopia's green development goals. And tourists and tour operators praise remarkable changes following corridor developments in Ghana. Welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism with the news. I'm Tabitha John. We'll be back after the following short transition. Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia reaffirmed his country's commitment to development partnerships with Ethiopia, emphasizing cooperation in infrastructure, investment and shared global initiatives. During his time with the local media, Ambassador Chen Hai said Ethiopia is a land of tremendous opportunities as he expressed China's support for Ethiopia's effort to sea access. Johannes Fantahun reports.
China and Ethiopia have a strong and multifaceted relationship with significant cooperation across various sectors. We recently spoke with the Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia, Chen Hai, to discuss key aspects of this partnership, including the Belt and Road Initiative, investment cooperation, South-South cooperation in BRICS, and Chinese position on Ethiopia's quest for sea access. The Belt and Road Initiative is a global infrastructure development strategy adopted by the Chinese government in 2013 to invest in more than 150 countries and international organizations. Ambassador Chen Hai emphasizes the collaborative nature of the BRI, stating that it is a platform for joint discussion, construction and shared benefits. He highlighted China's ongoing infrastructure projects in Ethiopia, underscoring his country's desire to share a brighter future with its Ethiopian partners.
The icon and the concept of Belt and Road Initiative is that we discussion together, build together and share together. During last over 10 years after the initiative have been initiated, Ethiopia has always been very important partner of China for the Belt and Road Initiative and cooperation. Under the concept of Belt and Road, our two countries, especially for the companies and the chambers, achieved a lot. We built the light railway in Addis and also the railway linking Ethiopian and Djibouti, and help Ethiopia to realize the dream to become again the land-linking nation.
Turning to investment cooperation, the ambassador noted that Ethiopia's recent liberalization policies are creating new opportunities for Chinese investors. He also acknowledged challenges that Chinese investors face, adding these issues can be resolved through joint discussion between the two countries.
Thanks to the very preferential policies for foreign investment and foreign business running, many Chinese companies and investors, they rush into Ethiopia and made their business in Ethiopia and covers the whole continent in Africa. They achieved a lot. We appreciate efforts made by Ethiopian government and state governments. And I have been here in Ethiopia as Chinese ambassador over 5 months. I could witness that again with the confidence that Ethiopia is a land of opportunity, the land of development, and the land of tremendous potential.
Regarding Ethiopia's membership in BRICS, Ambassador Chen Hai described Ethiopia as a vital political hub in Africa and an important member of the Global South, aligning with Chinese position. He emphasized that enhanced efforts are needed with BRICS to further strengthen cooperation among developing nations.
BRICS is a very important platform. It represents the power and achievements of Global South. Both China and Ethiopia are very important members of Global South. And we should continue our effort to solidarity, to be more solidarity, and enhance our cooperation on the platform of BRICS, and making our efforts for the regional and the world's peace and prosperity.
On Ethiopia's quest for sea access, Ambassador Chen Hai stated that China supports the efforts made by the Ethiopian government, expressing the view that these efforts will contribute to regional peace and stability.
Ethiopia, with a very unique geological position, could play a very important linkage role and gateway role in the African continent, and we support the effort made by Ethiopian government to facilitate the linkage of the land of Ethiopia to the ocean and sea. And I believe that the effort made by Ethiopian government could contribute more for the regional peace and stability.
The Chinese ambassador's comments underscored the enduring and multifaceted partnership between China and Ethiopia and the significance of their cooperation for the development and stability of the region.
Despite contributing low greenhouse gas emissions, Ethiopia stands as a leader in climate action and a strong voice for Africa's green agenda at recent COP summits. UNDP resident representative Samuel Doe urged diplomatic community to advocate climate finance for Ethiopia's ambitious green development goals. Expressing UNDP's steadfast commitment, the representative said Ethiopia has also made significant strides in implementing the Paris Agreement. State Minister of Planning and Development, Minister Barakat Fassaha-Tsiyon, highlighted Ethiopia's dedication in fighting climate change. It was revealed that UNDP is committed to help Ethiopia innovatively mobilize $2 billion in green financing by 2030 by helping the country explore green bonds, carbon credits, debt swaps, and payment for ecosystem services. The progress of the renovation works at Fasiledes and the corridor development initiatives in the city of Gondar has been applauded by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed after paying an official visit a couple of days back. Reflecting on the renovations made so far, tourists and tour guide operators reiterated the remarkable changes that has been witnessed after the corridor development initiatives in Gondar city. Tigust Arnesa has talked to them. Take a look.
This is my third time to come to Gondar, and I was so surprised because after 10 years I visited this time for Timbuktu, and then I'm writing a book about Ethiopia for Japanese kids. And then so surprised to see like it's really changing, especially this like the palace and then castle and then roads and piazza, like everything is getting changing. So yeah, I'm so surprised to see that.
In fact, it's not my first time in Ethiopia or Gondar. I'm back in Gondar after 20 years. 20 years ago, we visited Gondar with my wife, and it's tremendous how much Gondar and especially this imperial enclosure has changed. It has improved in these times. So we have seen a lot of improvements, both in tourist facilities and in the city itself.
Yeah, actually, as you know, the castle is collapsed, twice. First, in 1880s, the Sudanese, they came and they burned down lots of churches as well as the wooden part of the castle. And also during World War II, it had been Italian headquarters. So Emperor Haile Selassie went to Britain for military help. So they came here, but they used bombardment aeroplane. Because of this, I can say most of the buildings were damaged. So that we are very, very sad. Most of the time, the local people, not only the tourists, so they come and they ask us about this palace. So now it is a good under maintenance. Because of this, everything, as you see, changed. Even there was no like plants, different kinds of even the way to go to different palaces. So all these are very important work. Because of this, we are very happy.
Gondar is surprisingly well maintained. So it's the closest thing what we expect a heritage site, a heritage place on a global standard. Africa has a lot of heritage sites and really a rich cultural heritage, but the African heritage sites sometimes that are not maintained according to global standards, and Gondar is surprisingly close to what we expect from a heritage site anywhere in the world. So it could have been in Europe or in anywhere in the better parts of Asia also.
So as before, many tourists they're asking is for the restoration for the palace. But now we get, just, we restored, so we see for different changes. As before, some parts were not to see because it was closed. Some part was closed, so now it is open. We'll visit we'll take them inside the internal part, and also it was no walkway and also a toilet, as before, So nowadays we have a toilet and we'll see walkway, and some people there maybe for writers. And also after they visited, there is a seat. They will sit and then after they will write down what they want. So that's very nice, So, next time I'm sure we'll have more tourists, Under 2,250 above sea level, there is no malaria disease in Gondar. So this is a big area. It covers 7 hectares, 6 palaces, as I told you before. All around there is also gates which is symbolized like 12 gates which is symbolized like 12 apostles. This was the reception before destroyed by Britain. Italians, they came here 2 times. They want to colonize Ethiopia, but they couldn't. We are the only country in Africa who are not colonized country. The second for Liberia for support by Ethiopia. So the grandest and the biggest palace was built by Imperial Facilities.
And welcome to Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC World, our voice of Pan-Africanism. This is a special episode we are going to produce in connection with Ethiopian Timkat or Epiphany.
Warada walde, warada walde, warada walde, warada walde, warada walde, warada walde. ሰማያት ውስተ ምጥማቃት ሰማያት ውስተ ምጥማቃት.
So what kind of meaning is Ethiopian Orthodox Church gives for Timkat or Epiphany?
Theological interpretation, when we say Epiphany, it is basically from the New Testament Greek word, which means epiphania, which means the revelation of the light, or the manifestation of light. So Christ is light, and Christ revealed to us so that we will no longer live in the darkness.
Could you please give us some tips about Katara? What does it mean? What does it signify?
So at the heart of the doctrine, at the heart of the liturgy, at the heart of the festival is forgiveness, unity, reconciliation, coexistence. And that is the essence of true human nature.
And finally, Timkat translates as baptism, which in Ethiopia, the traditional celebration of Epiphany, commemorates the baptism of Jesus Christ in the hands of John the Baptist at the River Jordan. Ethiopians come in unison from all walks of life to celebrate this remarkable religious festival with multiple assortments. As a result, Gondar City, Amhara regional state in Ethiopia, is gearing up for the upcoming Timkat celebration, beautifying the city with corridor development initiatives and much more preparations ahead of the time. Tigust Sarnisa again reports from Gondar.
Timkat is one of the most spectacular celebrations across the world. It is also unique in Ethiopia. Today we're here in Gondar City, Amhara regional state, to give you a glimpse of what's like Timkat here in Gondar City. Timkat is one of the spectacular celebrations in Ethiopia. Also, it's very unique because it is celebrated on every January 19 or 20 of January on a leap year. And Timkat translates as baptism, which commemorates the baptism of Jesus Christ by John the Baptist at the River Jordan. And Ethiopians embrace this across the country with different assortments. Thank you so very much, sir. Who do we have here? Introduce yourself for us, please.
My name is Lilina. I'm from Gondar City Tourism and Culture Department. Yeah, briefly.
Okay. What makes Timkat in Gondar very different from other places in Ethiopia, do you think?
Yeah, there are sorts of things that makes Gondar's Timkat very unique. One is the place we are at the moment. This is the traditional swimming pool built by Emperor Fasilides, only for the celebration of Timkat. So you would never have such places for the celebration of Timkat anywhere else. So this is one thing that makes Timkat unique. It is a place where many churches come out of their respective church and spend a night here, and they will also go back the other day to their respective churches back. So this is a place Timkat is unique. And the other thing that makes Timkat different, the tradition of the people, the way that Timkat is celebrated by the populace, the people. They just demonstrate their own dressing style through the celebration. They demonstrate their guest receiving, how they are friendly with the people.
Many Chinese companies and investors, they rush into Ethiopia and made their business in Ethiopia and covers the whole continent in Africa. They achieved a lot. We appreciate efforts made by Ethiopian government and state governments. And I have been here in Ethiopia as a Chinese ambassador over 5 months. I could witness that again with the confidence that Ethiopia is a land of opportunity, the land of development, and the land of tremendous potential.
Regarding Ethiopia's membership in BRICS, Ambassador Chen Hai described Ethiopia as a vital political hub in Africa and an important member of the Global South, aligning with Chinese position. He emphasized that enhanced efforts
the covenant to come to this place and with the same possession. For the first day, they're going to be staying here the night here, and then after that, the next morning, they will be leaving this place to their respective church. So that's what happened here. So we're going to bring you the latest updates, what's happening, the preparation, and then the celebration later on coming days. So stay with us.
You're watching ABC The Top Stories. UNDP calls on diplomats to champion climate finance for Ethiopia's green development goals. end, tourists and tour operators praised remarkable changes following corridor development in Gondar. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. For all Christians, happy preparations for the Dimkat upcoming.